In the shadows of Nazi-occupied Paris, evil took many forms. But none were as horrifying or as unexpected as the man the French would come to know as Dr. Satan. Behind the polite smile of a physician hid a monster far worse than the war outside. His name was Marcel Petiot. To his neighbors, he was just another doctor. To the desperate people fleeing the Nazis, he was a savior. But once they entered his home, they never came out. Straight into his trap. Petiot promised salvation. He told Jews and resistance fighters he could smuggle them out of France for a fee. They paid, they trusted him, and he led them. But what they didn't know was that there was no escape route. No underground network, no smugglers. There was only the doctor and his basement. The stench. But this was wartime Paris. Everyone had secrets. Everyone turned the other way, and the chimney never stopped smoking. In that basement, Petiot drugged his victims. Sometimes he killed them with poison. Other times, he used more primitive methods. Then, he dismembered their bodies, burned what he could, buried the rest in lime pits. The smell of death clung to the walls. His neighbors began to notice the smoke. At his trial, Petiot laughed, joked, and claimed all the dead were enemies of France. And so, Petiot kept killing. Dozens of victims, perhaps over 60, vanished into the night, never to be seen again. His downfall came not from a mistake, but from a smell too foul to ignore. In 1944, police were called to investigate the odor coming from his home. For months, he vanished, blending in with the very resistance he claimed to help. They broke into the house and found a scene straight from hell. Piles of bones, human remains stuffed in sacks, a pit filled with quicklime, and in the furnace, a sickening stew of flesh and ash. Next time, we opened the door to another real nightmare. The home was no clinic. It was a butcher shop for the damned. Petiot fled into the chaos of the liberation of Paris. He even joined the French forces of the interior. Under a fake name, but justice caught up with him. After a manhunt, he was arrested in 1944. He confessed to 63 murders. Some say the real number was even higher. On May 25, 1946, the monster met the blade. Petiot was executed by guillotine, his smirk finally gone. And in the quiet that followed, Paris could finally breathe. But it would never forget the man they called Dr. Satan. How many lives did he steal? How many trusted him with their final hope, only to find horror instead? We may never know the full truth, but the echoes of Dr. Satan's crimes still haunt the city of Paris. Even now, some say, the old house still smells of death. But this was not the only house of horrors, hiding in plain sight during the war.